Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so I'm currently back with another live stream. Okay, so sorry about that, cause I wasn't sure whether it was live or not. So right now I'm currently live. So today is day 5 of trying to get funded again. Sadly, okay. So good news is that NP funds have actually refunded me the the past account. So that's a good news to hear. So next thing is so right now I'm actually in the charts right now, as you can see, Euro USD. Okay, so during Asian session, price has made about 29 pips move towards the upside here in normal move, and as you can see, price is pretty much bullish here lah. Okay, so I'm looking more towards buys here. However, I'm okay with sells too. uh, so okay, because the sales for the pullback. Okay, and if you see how market structure is moving, okay, higher high, so price hasn't made this. Okay, so if you look, this is higher high, okay, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So right now, if I were to go for sales, it's looking towards sales to become a higher low. So but that will be much more risky. Okay, so we'll definitely look for a good setup, I would say. So let's wait and see how things play out, but I will honestly say I'm looking more towards buy side. But of course both is fine for me, or my personal opinion. Don't really have any like bias. So right now, if I were to look for buys, I wanted to at least make into a 50% retracement to this zone right here. Okay, so this will be a good area for buys, looking for buy setup. So let's look at the market right now. Okay, right now I've marked this 5 minute time frame here as a bullish fair value gap that I wouldn't mind looking for a short setup. Okay, so well, but it really depends. I can say is I want to see if I look for a short setup here. If price closes below here, I'll look for a short. Okay, price close below, I wouldn't mind targeting to this zone right here. Okay, if you look at the two, okay, sorry, that's a 2 minute. So if you look at the 5 minutes in terms of here, so 3 minutes as well has to close bullish. Okay, if you're asking me whether will I look for a long setup, I will not be looking for a long setup in my personal opinion, because it's just way too risky. Right now price is bouncing about these 3 minute bullish fair value gap, this 3 minute bearish fair value gap. So yeah, okay, so let's take a look at a higher time frame. Okay, shall we? So sorry, so let's take a look at the higher time frame and analyze how are we going to be trading today in terms of myself. Okay, so let's take a look. Sorry, so let's take a look at the 1 day time charts. Is that 1 day chart, as we know from last week, okay, price is momentarily bullish here because price has inversed this 1 day bearish fair value gap. Okay, so momentum bullish, then price when we were over here, okay, price shoot up, continue pushing towards the highs, and then last week we took a buy here. Sorry, we took a buy, yeah, it will took a buy about here or here, but yeah, somewhere there. So we took a buy to pushing towards the highs, so that's the reason why. Then now price is reacting off this 4 hours bearish fair value gap. So okay, so 4 hours bearish fair value gap is 1, Okay, 3 hour bearish fair value gap as well. 2 hours bearish fair value gap is as well one. Okay, and then 1 hour doesn't have a bearish fair value gap. Okay, but a lot of bullish momentum push, as you can see. Okay, so right now what I will be asking now, right now 15 minutes is in a bearish fair value gap as well. But from what I see is that because price has made a 29 pips move towards the upside, okay, and how momentum is pushing very strongly to the upside, I'm seeing price will actually be able to sweep this liquidity right here, this liquidity here, and additionally price may or may not sweep this liquidity as well, but that will be in the days to come. Okay, so if I look for buys, I wouldn't mind actually taking buys all the way to this zone right here, because I feel that will be the ultimate push towards the high side. Okay, so that's number one. So why is momentum very bullish here? Okay, so you might be asking, Chris, so right now why is price so bullish? So why is price so bullish here? Well, purely, honestly speaking, it's pretty mixed review. Reason being is because due to the fact that how last week the US economy shows pretty average, or how to say, pretty average economy, that says that how unemployment is dropping, you know, how CPI is dropping, but however some jobs data is increasing in lesser jobs, you know, GDP is good, the economy is steadily not really growing, but in a sense that it's very mixed. Okay, so now the Fed has a saying that, okay, so what are we planning as a Fed, right? They were thinking, okay, so what are we planning to do? You know, are we going to cut 25 pips or 50 pips? The market right now is 50-50, okay, but however price is pricing in a lot of 50 pips basis point. That's why of this push higher, even though euro is technically supposed to be weaker. The euro is technically weaker due to the fact that the euro has cut their interest rates as well. But because US is the leading economy, as most people want to say, when US drop, no matter how, okay, even though euro is weaker, okay, usually euro USD will fly because of how US is the stronger, is basically the leading economy lah. So fundamentally wise, okay, fundamentally I'm very neutral. Okay, not and due to the fact that how right now the Fed, which is on Wednesday, they will actually decide whether are they going to cut interest rates to 50 bips 50 basis point or 25 basis points. So if Fed cuts 25 basis point, right, most probably market will sell off due to the fact that dollar, okay, is actually going to be stronger. So most of the market will sell off, like like gold, stocks, okay. So all these market will actually start to sell off because of how right now market is pricing in at a 50 basis cut. So with a 25 basis cut, price will fall. Okay, but I may be wrong, you know. Okay, so we do trade at your own risk. For me, I trade as how I react to it. So yeah. Next, however, technical is that it's very bullish. As you can see, market is just flying higher and higher. So like I said, we react based on technicals, and you know how market is giving us as well. We don't trade based on how we feel, or you know how the market is feeling and stuff along that line. Okay, so we always trade based on market conditions and stuff along that line. So yeah, right now, like I said, I wouldn't mind looking for sales or sales or long position. Okay, but if I long, okay, I want at least at least to this here, or at least sweeping this low right here, at least to this low, this macro expansion low. Best is of course to be this low, sweeping this low, and then look to go up as well lah. So I will definitely look at how the setup will be as well. So right now we are just gonna wait, we're just gonna chill. So you guys can see if I take any trades, but I wouldn't mind actually looking for a sell setup here. Okay, but I want 5 minutes to break, 3 minutes to break this bullish fair value gap as well, 4 minutes has a very bullish fair value gap as well. Okay, 2 minutes as well to break. Okay, so I want all this to break. 1 minute wise is pretty tough because of how many bullish fair value gap there are. So I want to see the higher time frame breaking before I can actually be able to take the trade. Okay, so yeah, I am currently waiting for this setup, but like I said, uh, not really rushing into it. So you can see actually is that price most probably just swept this low right here. Okay, you can see price swept this low, then could have just continued pushing toward, it might continue push towards the highs as well. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Okay, everybody. So yeah, Okay, so guys, currently right now market has uh okay, so sorry about that. Okay, market has set the Asian highs already. Okay, which is also expansion high. Okay, so I wasn't mind looking for a long setup here, honestly speaking. If price were to close just nice above this, however, it was pretty, but price flew up too much, and for me to take another trade here will be pretty tough. But right now, I wouldn't mind looking for a long setup. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't mind looking for a long setup. Okay, if price were to give me, so I'm just gonna wait and see how it goes. Okay, not gonna look for a short setup. So yep. I mean, right now you see as market, I mean, it's currently flying. Okay, yeah, you might say that, Chris, why did you take this trade when price was inverse this 3 minute bullish fair value gap? Okay, like I said, why? It's because the high was here was just way too high. Even though there was a lot of strong momentum push. Okay, so it was just way too risky on my end to take it. Okay, it was just way too much of a momentum push. So once price could reverse here, and with that possibility, I wouldn't take it. I really wouldn't take it. So hence, that's why I didn't want to take this trade. So right now, if price were to continue, as I can see, price will continue push towards the bullish side. I really wouldn't mind looking for a long setup as well. So yeah. So let's just wait and see how price were to react off this zone. Yo guys, so currently right now I am in a long position right here. Okay. So reason for me taking this trade is because in the as you can see, what I saw was that 5 minutes actually rejected off this 5 minutes bullish fair value gap here. Okay, bounce off this nice Asian highs as well. Asian highs support zone as well. Okay, so then after that price inverse this 1 minute bearish fair value gap as you can see from over here. Okay, so maybe it's right here. Okay, price reverse this inverse this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. So when price were to inverse that bearish fair value gap there, I actually took a long setup over there. Took a long setup. So right now I'm in two position. Okay guys, so I actually did not actually break even my trade here. It immediately instantly reversed here, so it's not a good sign currently, because price this sweep this high, then after that straight away rejected of it. Okay, so for me guys, okay, that's not it's not looking too good because like I said, is I didn't break even there. I wasn't fast enough to break even. So but I'm still in my position. What I'm actually looking to see to close up my position is if the 1 minute bullish fair value gap here were to be inverse both zones here. Okay, so yeah, I might look for another re-entry here, but it's fine. So okay, so right now price is reversing against me. Like I said, well, it was kind of my fault. I didn't break even there. So but I'm still waiting to see if price were to close out here. Okay, okay, right now price did close below the two 1 minute bullish fair value gap here. So 1 minute. So right now I am going to close my entry here. Okay, so it's a stopped out here. I'm negative 1.7% here. Like I said, this was purely my own fault because I didn't break even there. So I'm looking for another re-entry if it gives me. Yo, what's up guys? So I'm back. Okay, so I'm actually looking for a long setup here, if possible, of course. So as you guys can see, usually why I actually say I wait for like a closure above every single one, so that you see this 1 minute time frame here, inverse fair value gap. Okay, bearish fair value gap got inversed early. Okay, so usually I always like, so but that doesn't mean, but that yet the 2 minute didn't close, right, and the 5 minute didn't close, that where it led to such a push towards the low side. As you can see, even though yes, it is sort of bearish. That's why you must always wait for like a trade setup to happen, then you can take the trade. If that's my owner's opinion, if you ask me. Okay, currently I'm right now in a trade. Okay. Okay, so break even will be here. Okay, so like I said, why I took this trade was because number one, price respected these 5 minutes bullish fair value gap. Asian session made a 30 pips move towards the high side. Okay, price respected this 5 minutes fair value gap, inverse these 5 minutes bearish fair value gap here. And this will be my last trade, guys. This will be my last exact trade. Okay. So then after it inverts that bearish 5 minutes fair value gap, right? Once that happened, I actually just straight away took a buy trade. So the moment it inverts this 5 minute bearish fair value gap, I took a buy trade. So I have two positions running. Okay, one small lot size and then one the normal my normal size as well. So my break even point will be this high. Okay. So my smaller lot position, I'll target all the way to this high, which is actually, as I told you guys, this will be the high that was the liquidity pool. Okay. But I will close half my positions. I will break even here, and then I will look to close half of my positions. Reason being because of it's just way too much high of a liquidity. It's either I trail my stop. I will most probably either trail my stops, or I will actually close my positions. So yeah. So this is also another risky trade because why Asian session has been swept. Okay, so that doesn't mean price could look to a reversal here as well lah. Okay. So that's why I'm gonna take my make my stops to break even once this high has been swept here. Okay, learning from this past mistake here, which actually didn't save me. Okay. So you guys, hopefully you guys learn something. So in a sense that usually most of the time when price sweeps a high, if we want to know if price were to continue pushing towards the high, right? Okay. Okay guys, so price has set the highs already. I'm gonna move my stops to break even here. Okay, so I'm moving both my stops to break even already. So both stocks are break even already at this point. Whatever this trade does is not say it doesn't concern me, but it is what it is. Okay, so right now, like I said, I'm break even. So reason being, like I said, why you should put your stops to break even in this kind of position or in this kind of trades is price could easily reverse after sweeping the high. Example here. Okay, so price swept this high as you can see. Then after that straight away just reversed, and in my case I didn't break even. Okay, so now learning from the past mistake, straight away once price sweeps this high here, as you can see, it sweeps this high, I straight away just put my stops to break even. Okay, both positions are in break even at this point of time. Right now, as you can see, price is actually doing an SMT for dollar, as you can see, because dollar didn't make a lower low, but Euro USD did make a higher low, a higher high. So price could look into reversing here. Okay. users are actually going to get break even on the my main trade here, most probably from what I'm seeing here. So like I said, is that if I've been always saying the past few days is that, you know, how if market were to be bullish, right? Okay, if price were to continue going higher, even if it does sweep this higher, right, it will just continue pushing towards the highs no matter what. It will not sweep and then go back down. So in this case here, like just now over here, okay, okay, in this case over here, okay, price went up, swept this high, and then straight away just did a reversal here. Okay, now right now we want to see is that price continue pushing, keeping towards this high, not coming back down. Okay, so that's what we want to see in terms of this market right here. Pretty much that's as simple as that. Price came back down, retested back this 5 minutes inversion fair value gap here, as you can see, rejected off nicely, ripped higher. Now what we want to see is that price to actually come back down here. So if you actually take these trades in your own time, or if you're following my own strategy, it's not really my strategy, okay guys, I learned from somebody, ICT. Okay, what I've personally learned that, you know, I used to always wait for a 1:1 before breaking even, but if in this position here, you see in this case here, I knew that price, if I don't, there was a chance that price could reverse if I don't break even here. Okay, and it did. You know, price reacted, came back down, continued pushing towards the lows here, and I didn't break even, and I lost this trade, and it's my own fault because I wasn't fast enough to actually, you know, break even that trade, which was, you know, personally my own fault and nobody else to blame. You know, I'm not going to blame the market. The market does whatever it wants to do. It doesn't care about your stop loss or whatsoever. Okay, so right now I'm just waiting. Okay, I have one position that is running. I'm targeting a 2R, 1:2R here. One position here is just letting it free run. Okay, one small position, but I'm actually going to trail stops. So the moment price actually sweeps this high here, okay, my first take profit here, I'm actually going to start trailing stops along the way if it does come up to this high as well. Okay, so I don't want to see this 1 minute to break here, because if 1 minute does break this 1 minute bullish fair value gap here, then you really can't see having a momentum push towards the highs as well. Okay, so right now I'm just, okay, so nice push towards the highs here, but we want it to continue staying towards this high. If price were to have a weak closure below this high here, okay, if price were to have if a weak closure like here, okay, it shows that momentum push towards the highs will be kind of low. Okay, we want it to close above it, not a weak. Okay, usually when price has a wick, okay, price might reverse to continue pushing towards the lows. Okay, so just so you guys know. Okay, so now we want to see this candlestick push towards the high, so that we know that buyers are in the market and that there's volume as well to continue pushing. So right now, as you can see, price didn't close the wick above it during the 1 minute. Okay, that could possibly mean price could look into pushing towards the lows a bit more, and then, you know, might continue just pushing towards the lows as well. So right now I am going to be waiting and seeing, hopefully, like I said, seeing what price will want to react off this. 2 minute hasn't closed yet, as you can see, so we want to see 2 minute close above this candlestick here, this wick. If price can close above it, you know, we have kind of a nice push towards the highs as well. So yeah, currently, like I said, we are just chilling right now. We're gonna wait. Okay, so 2 minute did close above it, as you guys can see. So that's a nice strong bullish momentum. I like that push higher. But 1 minute didn't close, okay, but 1 minute did close be above this 1 minute very bullish fair value gap here. Okay, so if we look at the 1 minute here, like I said, okay, price didn't close above this candlestick pattern, candlestick pattern, didn't close above the wick, okay. So right now these 2 minutes bullish fair value up here, I don't really want to see it closed. Okay, I want to see it kind of reject it. Oh, very bearish push towards the downside here. Okay, nice rejection. I like that. I like to see that rejection. Very nice push. Okay. Okay, so 2 minute did close below this 2 minute fair value gap here, which kind of doesn't really suit well. So I don't want to see this 1 minute bullish fair value gap actually be inversed here. If it does inverse this, I'll actually look to close my position, both positions. You might say that, well, why you are already break even and stuff, why don't you just want to do that? Well, because if price were to break inverse this 1 minute bullish fair value gap, it's kind of very bearish in my personal opinion. Come on, market, push higher, push higher, push higher. Okay, I want this to invert. I want this, if candlestick were to push above this, close above this wick, I'll have a nice well, but the market doesn't give you what you always want, you know. You have to just see what market gives you. Okay, so let's take a look at dollar. Right now dollar is dropping. Okay, so okay, so guys, I've closed my one of my mini positions, which is here, 229. Okay, I've closed it. Nice. One is to 1.6. Okay, so I wanted to close it at 2, 1 is to 2, but well, price didn't give me it. Okay, so this will be my, so now my second trade, which is this one, it will be below this 1 minute 1 minute 1 minute back bullish fair value gap. If price were to close below here, okay, then most probably I'll look to stop out here. But other than that, I am going to just see what market gives me. Because I think right now market is pretty much very, it doesn't have the drive to push towards the high side. As you can see, you know, it is losing kind of a lot of momentum. So like I said, the reason why I actually closed this position early was I just didn't like how momentum was losing its, price was losing its momentum in terms of the dollar. Like, you know, you see how this was such heavy candlestick patterns, you know, having bullish buying pressure, but when the price was reacting off this, you can see that there's a lot of selling pressure here. So right now, yeah, 1 minute, if 1 minute were the inverse here, it's kind of bearish for me, but I'm right now looking at the 5 minutes being, which is this zone right here. If this 5 minutes bullish fair value gap does close, so yeah, right now I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna see how price reacts. Also, looking back at this trade, I think it was a okay trade. It wasn't the best fantastic, you know, A star trade. I think the reason why I actually took profits earlier, like I said, was because I didn't like how momentum was sort of losing its drive towards the highs already at this point. I saw that reject price came back down, and it came back down 2 to 3 times. It just shows how price was kind of bearish already, you know and I sort of took profits as well, due to the fact that secure some wins. I didn't want to risk it. I just want to secure some wins in my hand, since I already have a small lot. I already have a small size position. So by closing this earlier trade, which was the main trade, okay, at least I secured my losses. Okay, I secured my loss, which I lost over here. Okay, so right now this trade is a runner. Okay, it's in a sense that it doesn't have any like loser trades, you guys can say that. So yeah, right now I'm like, in a sense, this trade is like free, quote unquote free. What I want to do, I do want to see how I do want to see this is that 1 minute to invest this bearish fair value gap here. Okay, right now I'm just chilling, I'm not doing much of anything. So like I told you guys that how I was saying that how 1 minute, if 1 minute were to inverse this 1 minute bearish fair value gap here, I will have to close my position. But I do want to look into the long term, because I also see this market continue pushing towards the highs here. Okay, so Okay, so guys, I just recently I saw that how dollar and euro, even though there was supposed to be not supposed to be, but there was a SMT happening, but it didn't happen. Okay, so right now price dollar did make a lower low here, and yet euro did make a higher low, higher high. So there wasn't an SMT here. Okay, so right now, like I said, I'm just waiting to see and see whether this 5 minute were to break here. If price does break here, then I will close my positions. If not, I will just let it run. Right now, what I do want to see is this 1 minute to be inverse. Okay, if 5 minute does inverse, then I think I wouldn't mind. I still hold my positions out. Okay, so yeah, did you just continue, guys? Continue. Right now it's at 4:42 p.m. Okay. I will update you guys on this position at 5 p.m. I'm actually gonna end the stream here, and I'm just gonna record the video. You guys, and I'll update the Telegram channel to see whether you guys can keep track on the Telegram and to see whether did I close my positions out or not. So yeah, so you guys can continue watching and see how this trade plays out. Yo guys, what's up? So currently right now market did push okay, it did reverse that 1 minute bearish fair value gap here, as you guys can see. Oh, but as you guys can see, like how that rejection came, that candlestick straight away inversed it. Sorry, and then straight away it just start coming down. So this this wasn't a very this wasn't a very good reaction that I wouldn't like to see. I would like to actually see continued price pushing higher, but it didn't push higher, as you guys can see. So this also shows you guys that when you take trades and price were to sweep a high here, okay, if price were to close here, you guys can take a trade here and break even here, okay. But you have a higher if price were to continue pushing, that's good. But okay, so there isn't a very good. So if you ask me, this isn't a very good rejection. As you guys can see, immediately came up, sweep the highs, and then started slowing that, start coming back down. So not a very good sight to see here. Okay, so most probably what I'm seeing here is that price will continue pushing towards the lows here. Okay, so that is just my reaction. So yeah. But like I said, I'm not in any drawdown. I'm still in a profit. I'm still in the take profit. As you can see, I'm still in the trade. I took one position out already. So like I said, my ultimate take profit will be here, which will be very very long. I personally think, because it's a huge, it's about 13 pips. And usually most of the time when Asian session were to move this much, right? Okay, if usually most of the time, if Asian session were to move this much, you really wouldn't see price moving so much as well during the New York session or what. But of course, I may or may not be wrong. Okay, so right now I changed my stop loss. Okay, so reason why I actually want to change my stop loss here, because I would say I'm a scalper. I'm an intraday trader. I don't like to be in a position for super long periods of time. Okay, so ever since I took this trade here, so I like to trade within my that range timing. So if I took this trade when I was here until here, when I took profit maybe around here, so that was about 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Right now I'm already in over 39 minutes, twice as long, which I personally don't really like to be in a trade for such a long period of time. So it's just me. Most of the time I'm only in a trade for like 5 to like maybe 30 minutes. So why this, actually, if you're asking me why this high here, is because it's just a nice 1% win for me. Honestly, I'm not, like I said, I don't lie, I'm very honest with you guys. So right now this position will be a nice It's a 10 pips, as you guys can see it's 11 pips, so it just nice gives me a 1% win, and along with a 1% win as well for the day. So 1% win for me, I think is a nice win. Okay, but yeah, I'm not adding it to my position at this point of time. I'm just chilling, okay, not really doing much, because right now I think price is most probably going to be start chopping already due to Asian session being more than 20 almost 30 pips. So yeah, right now price is within this range here. Okay, that's why most of the time, if you ask me, I don't really like it when Asian session makes more than 30 pips, because the market use tends to be pretty choppy in my personal opinion, and doesn't really move very well comparing it to when it was like lesser. So like, let's take an example from last week. Okay, so like here, you know, price make such a nice move where we caught this entire thing. Okay, same thing, you know, price set this low here and then make a nice move as well. So when price tends to make more than 30 pips, like I think it's over here, yeah, so over here in this case, you know, price tends to chop a lot, and I say it's a lot, it's, I mean a lot as well. So here also moves pretty nicely, even though, I think it did make more than 30 pips. Okay, it didn't make more than 30 pips, so but you know, price did sort of chop, did chop a bit, but then after that, but you can see that it is trending nicely. This one, yes, there are cases that while price continue pushing towards the lows, but it does chop as well because of how momentum is died out. There's no much volume to the trade. Most probably, if so, yeah. Four more minutes, guys. I'm actually just gonna close my position. No, I'm gonna end the stream here in 4 more minutes. So guys, what's up? So I'm back. Apparently now is at 5 p.m. So technically I'm supposed to be closing off. I'm done for the day technically. Okay. Wow, look at that, massive! And I was so happy, price finally pushed higher, but no, it went back completely. Price finally makes such a nice high pips and then straight away just sweeping that high and then straight away just went back down. But that's how it is. That's why I say when price makes Asian highs, like when most of the time when price were to make such a move during Asian session, market will really be very choppy, you know. Yeah, so I was actually pretty happy. Price was almost so close, almost 1 pips to 1.2 pips to hitting my high to my take profit, and then it just completely went back down towards the lows here. And it is what it is. I really can't do anything much about it. It's such a crazy rejection. So most probably I'm seeing actually price to close below these 5 minutes fair value gap. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna end the stream here today, guys. I'm gonna end the stream here today, and so how I am. You guys can actually follow. You guys can see if you guys want to see how the trade plays out. You guys can actually follow my Telegram channel, which I've put a link in the description in the chat, so you guys can just click and then join. You know, so how I play out, and I'll actually put my profits charts and everything on there. So yeah, peace. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys tomorrow for day 6. I'll try to get funded again. So yeah, all the best to you guys. Happy trading. Okay, I'm done for the day. No more trading really. So yeah, peace guys.